everybody. Happy Yule! I wanted to come and just make a short video to wish you many blessings of the winter season. Today, of course, is the turn of season. We have 2 solstices and 2 equinoxes each year that divide our calendar, the wheel of the year, into 4 parts. And so these, of course, are also aligned with our seasons. And you know, the equinoxes and the solstices have been sacred to almost every tradition on earth for as long as we have record. And that's why our ancestors built structures like Stonehenge and the Mayan and Aztec pyramids and the pyramids in Egypt to reflect and to work with the light. And on these days, light patterns on the pyramids, light flows like a snake down the side of the pyramids in South America. Stonehenge, of course, winter solstice, the light is directly in the center of the structures themselves. Our ancestors were very mindful of this time and very aware of the power that can be harnessed at the 4 turning points, seasonal turning points of the year, one of which is today. And you know, tonight is the longest night of the whole year, and what I want you to think about is how many ways nature mirrors to us really what we need to be doing at any point in time if we just pay attention. Like everything in nature right now is telling you to rest. We have fewer hours of daylight, it's colder outside, plants are not growing, trees are sort of burrowing down and sending their roots deeper into the earth so they'll be strong in the spring. You need to do all of that too. You need to rest more. You need to work a little less maybe. And instead of working so hard on your outward achievements, this is the time to go inward and plant deeper, more solid root structures so that in the spring, when the growth season begins again, you'll have the energy, you'll have the drive, you'll have the stamina to do the work that needs to come through you in the year ahead. Now, 2017, it's interesting. 2017 is a 10 year. You know, 2016 was a 9 year. You can get that by adding up the numbers and reducing it to a single digit. 2017 is a 10 year. And a 10 year is about mastery. 10 is my life path. It's something I'm very familiar with. And the 10 life path is very interesting because in the major arcana of the tarot, the 10 is both the magician and the fool. Isn't that interesting? And so one of the things you're going to notice in a 10 year is you're going to be called upon to step up and really become a master of whatever your domain is. But at the same time, there are going to be moments where the universe yanks you a little bit and reminds you that you are still the fool. And I think it's a very humbling lesson, having lived with this life path all my life, realizing that because we're human and we're mortal, we'll only really get to the certain edge of mastery in this lifetime. We'll always be human. We'll always have human emotions, human foibles, human hang-ups, and so that's where I think the aspect and the element of the fool shows up, even in those of us who feel like we really have mastery over the domains in which we have expertise in this lifetime. It's fascinating, isn't it? So as we leave this 9 year, which has been about wrapping up loose ends and coming to a sense of completion, we move into a 10 year where the universe is asking you, so where is your mastery? And if you don't know what you're a master of yet, I want to invite you actually to think about what that would be for you. Where would you like to cultivate mastery in your life? What would you like to become an expert in? And can you dedicate yourself in 2017? This is the big question, and I'm going to be working with you on this all the way through the year next year. Can you dedicate yourself to a deeper level of connection and mastery of your art or your craft, whatever that is? And I think for each person, the work of our lifetime is to figure out where am I going to excel? Where am I going to bring something into the world that wouldn't exist if I didn't exist? Where am I going to put my dent, you know? And so 2017 is going to be a year of that for all of us. Where is your legacy? What is your imprint? And you know, my husband was asking me the other day, he said, you know, it's the ultimate question, right? When your life is over, how will people know you were here? And 2017 is a year when you can really sit with that very important question and think about your legacy, your imprint, and your mastery. And I invite you to that. But before all of that, before we really get into the work and the meat of 2017, I want you to think for the next 9 days, 10 days about rest, about really going in, going within, meditating more, spending more time with your family, connecting deeply with the people around you, and also reflecting and honoring the memory of maybe some who you've lost in your life, maybe this year or in years past. If you're missing somebody right now, let yourself go within and trust and know that your ancestors are always close by. Your loved ones are never far from you. And until you see them again, I think it's a really beautiful time right around Yule and Christmas and Hanukkah to maybe set up a little altar in their honor, maybe somewhere near where you're going to celebrate the holidays. In my house, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll have candles lit for those who are not with us anymore around the holiday season, just as a way of honoring them, and recognizing their presence and also feeling the comfort of them when we light those candles. So that's another tradition that you can do. On Yule, what you want to do, and there's so many different traditions and rituals and things that you can think about. I think the best thing to do at Yule is to light a candle, leave it lit all night if you can, but if not, you can extinguish it before you go to bed. And when you gaze into that light, I want you to remember that the mantra of Yule really is that there is a light that never goes out. Even though the night might be very long and you might be in the middle of a series of personal challenges or situations that are affecting you, there is a light that never goes out. And so that is the mantra on this longest night of the year, is to remember that light always prevails. And in fact, the day after Yule, the 22nd, automatically the nights begin to grow just a little bit shorter, the days begin to grow just a little bit longer, and that is the return of the sun. And at Imbolc on February 1st is really when we'll celebrate the fact that we're coming out of winter and heading toward the vernal equinox. So the wheel keeps turning. It's this constant, and even though it's the same every year, there's something new and fresh and beautiful about it each time. Maybe because I'm different every year at Yule, and I'm still learning new things and still incorporating new aspects and elements into my practice, and I want to inspire you to do the same thing. So to celebrate all of this, we have set up a little code for you on sagegoddess.com. Code Yule is going to save you 18% across our store. And one of the things you might want to consider using that discount coupon for are some intention candles or intention perfumes. With our custom intention candles, we will make a candle for you for any intention. So you might want to sit and think, okay, what is my 2017 intention? Let us know what that is in our notes or your notes to us, and then we'll make you a custom candle for that. You might already know what your intention is. So let's say it's forgiveness. You might want to go and choose a candle and an oil and a couple of gemstones to reflect that and set up an intention altar for 2017. It would be a really beautiful way to take advantage of the savings, but also think about what is it that you need for 2017 to honor what's coming for you. So we have lots of new things. We've made an intention setting section on the website too that we'll link to for you. So it's all the tools you can use to set a beautiful intention for the year ahead. I wish that for you. One of the other items we've just finished making, and it's in the shop now, you can use your code for that as well, is the Mastery Candle. We created this candle to help you connect with your guides and download information about where it is you need to create and achieve mastery in your life. So that may be a candle or a tool that you want to add to your collection and add to your 2017 altar as well. But from all of us here at Sage Goddess, we want you to know how grateful we are for you. We hope that you can find the time in the next week or two to really go within, connect, rest, give yourself the time and space, eat good food, nourish your body, and spend time with those that you love. That's what this whole month is about. And the spiritual, the essence, the energy underlying all of that is forgiveness and transcendence. That is what we learned as the wisdom and the message of Jesus Christ, of course, who we honor at this time of year, is the ability to transcend and the ability to constantly be a channel and vessel of love and forgiveness for everyone around you. So using that model as inspiration and connecting to that Christ consciousness that's so powerfully in the field right now, I love it, and I hope you do too. I hope it brings you the peace that it brings to me. When the world is in chaos and people are stressed and anxious and all of that is happening right now, I think one of the most important things we can do at Yule or any other holiday is I like to just put my hand on my heart and close my eyes and just imagine sending all the love in my heart and all the love in my energy field and all the love in our community, and just imagining, opening my heart and connecting and gathering all of that love and then sending it out into the world wherever it needs to go. There are a lot of people, a lot of places where love is missing. And so can we all just take a moment to imagine sending all of that love? And even just do it with me now here for a moment. Just go ahead and close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. And I want you to imagine that your heart chakra is this beautiful, radiating green sphere of light, because that really is what your heart chakra is, this beautiful, bright green glowing sphere of light. I want you to imagine your heart chakra just glowing, and imagine directing a beam of that beautiful green light out from your heart center just out into the world. Just imagine it covering every inch of the planet, every person in the midst of that beam of light that you're sending out. And just sending unconditional love, acceptance, joy, understanding, appreciation, gratitude, of course. And just imagine sending that to everybody. You don't even have to know where it's going. And you can, I always say, guides, please send all of this love wherever it needs to go on my behalf. And your guides know exactly where to send that beautiful beam of love. And knowing, of course, because this is how energy works, when you send that energy of love out and your whole focus is on love and healing, that's exactly what comes back to you. And I think that's one of the main things about energy that I want to see people become more actively aware of. Do you know what I mean? It's even in the Facebook feeds and things like that. Everything that you send out is what comes back exactly to you. So if you want to have a different experience of your life, you're going to have to manage and take responsibility for the energy that you bring and that you send. Because everything that's coming back to you is exactly what you have sent out previously. So if you want to shift your experience, you're going to have to shift what you're sending. So ask yourself right now, how can I connect more deeply with the energy, this holy energy of this incredible month? How can I connect more deeply to the divine, to source, to Christ consciousness, however this month resonates with you and whatever tradition aligns most with your views and values? How can I connect more deeply with that and become part of that flow so that I can send love from that place? This is not an intellectual thing. This is a feeling exercise. How can I lean in and become more a part of that spirit? That's why you're here. That's why you're here. So I wish that for you. I wish that peace that transcends all material and human understanding. I wish a peace for you that will help you sleep better at night, help you feel more peaceful during the day, and help you to have more tenderness in your heart for the people who are around you. And let that be the gift of the season. Being able to see people and love them for who they are and what they are without any expectations that they'll be different or do differently. We really have to extend that unconditional love to each other now more than ever. When we're upset and hurt and confused and our planet is hurting, that is the time when we really have to come forward and offer that completely unconditional love to each other. So I have that for you. I send it to you today and always. And I hope every part of your holiday celebration this year is blessed from start to finish. Happy Yule, everyone. May the longest night of the year bring you deep rest and connect you more within and plug you into that incredible grid of forgiveness and compassion and love and joy. That is what your Creator wishes for you. And so all you have to do is tap in to that flow. Namaste. I see the divine in you. I'm so grateful for your presence. I will see you very, very soon. Enjoy this sacred day, everybody. Be well.